Day 139. Just blew up the privy. Got my cup of coffee in hand. So this was carved by a glacier, they say. Doesn't seem all that deep, but you know, it was carved by a glacier way back in the day. Last night was noisy. Those frogs were going off, a bunch of different kinds, and they were loud. It rained a little bit. That was pretty nice. I have a hole in my tarp, and unfortunately my tarp's some kind of, it's not sil nylon because nothing sticks to it. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, I got a little hole that drips right on me too. I put a band-aid on it to slow it, because the band-aid will sit there, just won't stick for long. It's not like I can fold up my stuff and bring it back out and expect the band-aid to still be there. Yeah, that's me. Oh, it is so sticky. I was waiting a while, seeing if the fog would lift. Had a few cups of coffee. The fish are awake. What's up, guys? I'd let you nibble my toes, but I'm not going in. So yeah, I'm gonna pack up and head on out the way. It's a nice place to chill for a while. Alright, as I start taking everything down, I got my stuff all rolled up. I'm ready to pull my tarp off, working it on that side. It starts raining, so I just flopped up over the hammock real quick. Just gonna let it sit there for a while. And sit in here and have yet another safety meeting. I mean, my stakes are out and everything, so it's not like I have a whole lot of room in there. This thing's just draped. Stuff dry. Hopefully it's short-lived. It was too hot inside that floppy mess, so I'm just going to leave it as is. It's covered. It's just sprinkling at this point. I'm just going to wait a little while, let it ride out. I'm just going to go sit back over on my bench over here. Got a little pine tree cover so I don't get sprinkled on. I really need to trim around here. These things have spikes on them, man. They're no joke. As I sit here enjoying my cup of coffee, a little safety meeting, taking time to reflect on things, I want to take a rare, mushy moment to thank you guys for being there for me. You've had my back for years. You've supported me through this in a lot of different ways. And I realize I would not be here without you guys. So I want to say thank you for affording me this. Sometimes my life feels so magical. Sometimes it's a lot of hard work. But I focus on the magical part. But thank you for always being there for me. Weird little coincidence. About a month ago, in a logbook on the trail, 12 found this big old heavy AT pendant. It says something on the back about trail bling. I had to take a picture of that and zoom in. Solid piece of aluminum. And then I found one that porch I was sleeping under the church. There was one buried in the dirt. That's why it's still dirty. But enough of it was hanging out. And I was like, hey, what's that? And I kicked it and this thing popped out. I was like, oh, boom, mine. Don't know what they're all about. Don't know a dummy would carry something this heavy. But I will. So this was what I was hanging over. That rock was actually kind of nice. If it had been turned sideways, it'd have been better. Most of that was behind me. It was nice having a big flat rock to do everything on. Ooh. Yeah, let's go see how 12 is progressing. I threw in a little piece of bagel just to watch him fight over it for a while. They're all too small to eat it, but they can get little bits of it as it softens. Now, I'm not certain, but since I see them everywhere and I do not remember seeing them before, these brown blobs kind of all over the place. They're all on the trees. They're on literally everything, just, randomly smattered around. But I think those are those new spotted lanternfly bugs. That's their egg sacs, possibly. They're in that tree. They're at the base of rocks. You know, they're just quite literally everywhere. So, yeah, that's our new thing, huh? Those are going to just be everywhere. I mean, I can go around and kill these ones, but if there's that many just right around me, and I mean everywhere I've camped, you know they're just everywhere. And then they turn into a big moth in the end and fly away. I don't know if they fly away, but still, they get wings. They're already really good jumpers. And later on they get wings. They got an interesting life cycle, though. Well, yeah, that's our new thing. Hopefully some bug decides it likes to eat them and helps control the population, and then we'll get more of that kind of bug. But, you know, we already had that bug. And we're off. We're on the blue blaze that leads towards the trail. Because, you know, this little thing is on a blue blaze. We have 8 miles to town. And there is a grocery store there that we plan on hitching to. And then back. And then carrying on. It is, man, my fingers, look how wrinkly they are. I have not gotten them wet yet today. It's just that wet in the air. I've just been sitting around enjoying myself. But it is so moist out that I am pruny. So we're taking a blue blaze next to a blue blaze, next to a blue blaze. This leads back to the trail. This looks beautiful. I think this was an old road. Normally trails aren't cleared out this wide. Hard to tell if it's actually raining or is the moisture just falling out of the sky. It might not even be coming from the clouds. It is so wet. I feel slimy. At least it's a warm rain. Yeah, sprinkle. Warm sprinkle. Yummy. I drank worse. In less than a mile is the shelter. It's like 0.2 down a blue blaze, hopefully not steep. We're gonna sit there for a little bit, dry off, collect some water. I would say do a second coffee, but I've already had 3. And after that, it's a good 3 miles or so to the road. Then we got a hitch to the grocery store. And we've been hanging out in the shelter for a little while, just waiting on the sprinkles to stop. It's not raining heavy. Intermittently, every once in a while, it comes down for a second, but mostly it's just good sprinkles. Everything around here covered in those egg sacs as well. Ooh, next year there's going to be a bajillion of them bugs. Alright, the rain has broke, or the sprinkles. Headed back up the blue blaze towards the trail. I was chiefing out in the shelter. Had that thing all filled with smoke because there's no wind going anywhere. And a ridge runner shows up. So I was like, well, I'm out here. I don't want to sit there just chatting with them. 12's back there chatting with her, but she has no arrest power, so I'm not worried about that or anything. But I don't want to deal with it. There's no way you could mistake it. I had that thing stinking. I do find it weird how the wood rots out here. Is that normal? These are the skinniest little blazes I ever did see. Surprised they don't have us walking over that. All those rocks. And no blaze guiding me towards them. That's just weird. Those egg sacs are everywhere. There's a couple of them. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's a couple. There's one on the base right there. Some on the base of that one right there. You got pachoom, pachoom, pachoom. One hiding under here. And they're quite literally everywhere. And if I follow up the trees, yeah, they are up in the trees as well. It's going to be a lot of those things next year. Thought there was a lot this year. I don't know what they eat. But obviously something's feeding them because they got babies everywhere. Every tree. How'd these things get here? Everything is just laden with moisture. Spending a lot of my time looking down today. There's so many of those gummy lizards on trail. I do not want to step on one. But I probably already have. So it's been the trend all day, maybe longer than I've noticed, that the blazes here are really skinny. Jersey, you need to feed your blazes a bit more. Okay, that's where I'm hitching from. Hopefully it's hitchable. Everything's hitchable. Well, not really. I'm not sure what New Jersey hitching laws are. I just throw my thumb out and hope for the best. So I did kind of a crazy move. We got a ride in to this place. They have almost nothing. This is all we got. We're gonna fill up on hamburgers, take some hamburgers on the trail with us from Dairy Queen. But the lady was like, hey, if you just want to leave your packs in my car, I got something I got to do, and then I'll come back and meet you at Dairy Queen, take you back to the trail. She seemed really trustworthy, so I was like, okay, man, take my gear. Well, I took a picture of her license plate just in case, but I don't believe I'll be needing that. But look at me being all trusting. I said, this place sucks. Don't come to Dale's Market to try to get a resupply. They do not have anything a hiker wants. But yeah, this is how we learn. So off to Dairy Queen, gotta grab, the next town's like 23 miles from here. So grab 23 miles of burgers and, you know, we're off. Okay, well, Dairy Queen sucks too. They don't even have hamburgers at this one. It's like a tiny little one. You're not even allowed to go in. They just have ice cream. What the hell's the point? All right, so, well, hell, now we gotta figure something else out. So that was Michael. We did not expect Trail Magic to be there. He's also put water all over the trail for us. Some back behind us, we just passed that water cache earlier, was his. And he also put a few up the road. He hiked back when I was born. Good old 1975. Still out here helping hikers to this day. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. So we passed this nice road that leads directly to the shelter we're headed to. So guess which way we're taking. We could go back in here and go up the hill, follow the hill across this shelter, or take this. Gee, I wonder which way I'm going to take. I like my water with a good head on it. On that, not a bad water source. We were going to have to hike up the road a bit for it, but luckily there was a stream crossing. So the road walk is not bad at all. There's little places to pull over, picnic tables. It's a one-way road, so we only have to worry about people coming behind, but we've only seen 3 cars since we've been out here. We're going to the top of the mountain. There's supposed to be a pavilion up there. We're hoping we can crash in that for the night. It is supposed to rain tonight. Hey, what are you doing in there? You're not a bee. You allowed to be in there? Touch your butt. Touched your butt. You let us walk right by him. Didn't even care. I didn't even notice him. 12 had to point him out. He was just standing there. Oh, when the signs are red, they're way scarier. Tons and tons of comments about bears all up and down this area. I'm gonna look at a water report and just be like, I saw a bear, I saw a bear, no, I saw a bear. Fucking bears, people. They travel. And it's a weird looking privy. I just try to get all modern with it or something. Just a friendly reminder that there are snakes in the area. Yeah, we're looking for a campsite now. Sun's getting low. So we're looking for a spot, but if we don't find one, there is a shelter in 3 miles. Unfortunately, it doesn't have water at it. Why would you put a shelter where there's no water? But it exists. It'll have flat spots around it, you know, all that stuff. That's all we really need. There may or may not be a cache of water around there. Mike says he maintains them as much as he can, but you know, he's one man. It's going to become an increasing problem with the trails as drought sets in. Well, it's nice, all the flowers in that little section. You know, flowers are kind of segregated. That was weird. But a nice little patch of color. We've been following a low block wall for a while, a rock wall. Look at that, what was this? It's a whole lot of stacked rocks. Just a wall. Not even a foundation or anything cool like that. Wonder where the buildings are at. Oh, no, that's just rocks. I was like, oh, there's a fortress. But it's just rocks. See, I just find it hard to believe that these walls were built to designate farms or anything, because this land looks like it never has been farmed. Too many stones. Super hilly. Is it just somebody's property line? Way back when? And they didn't have the internet to keep them occupied, so they built walls. There's more walls back there too. It hunts. Hope that big rock was already there and they didn't have to move that into place. Carry the biggest rock up to the top of the hill. That's where it looks the partiest. Well, it's not often I'm out hiking this late. You know me, I'm packing up early nowadays. Oh my god, it's almost 7. But I did start really late, so I guess that's... Well, by looking at terrain, I am going to end up having to walk all the way to the shelter. Or up on a ridge. Sometimes you find campsites up here, but I find it less likely. At least anything you want. It's not supposed to start raining until like 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's when the chances increase the most, or the biggest jump. But I don't believe it was supposed to rain at all today, and you know, kind of did for the first few hours. So there's that. Let's see if we can get up and get a few miles in before it starts raining on us. Hiking in the rain is one thing, but breaking down camp in the rain just sucks. Even if it's just a little drizzle. I could just set the tone for the day. When you're already out and ready for it, it's not nearly as bad. okay, we found a spot to set up. And look at my tree since I'm on that egg kick. Like boom, 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 boom. My other tree's totally infested with them. You know, all around the bottom. Just egg sacs. We're doomed. I don't know what they eat, but whatever they eat is screwed. Okay, so this is Camp Crawler for the night. We got a little bit of a sunset kind of going on. We're dealing with skeeters tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna zip myself up in that thing real soon and just kind of crash out. It's later in the day for us than usual. We'd normally be asleep by now, but we still plan on waking up early. This is my bear alarm system. We were told there's a lot of bears in the area. So that's my teriyaki chicken container. It smells real good. So it's hung in a tree with dead branches all around and stuff. So the bear comes, that's where he's going, right? And then I can jump out and be like, hey, bad bear. And he'll go away because that's how bears do it. Tomorrow's supposed to be a rainy day, so we're hoping to make a few miles before we get rained on. But, you know, that weather, it's all unpredictable. Okay. See you all in the morning. Good night. The hell is that noise? Can't tell if that's people or dogs. Is it coyotes? Yeah, it sure is.